Hey Adam, how's it going? I am going to be checking out some issues I found. I went through your Natron scripts and there's a couple things that are concerning from the get-go. I'm also going to chase down some of those white outlying bits, but first and foremost, I'm running into a lot of issues because the frame rates on your video files are all different. And that's pretty easy to fix. Like, for example, your project is set for 24 frames per second, but you're reading in an MOV file that's 30 frames per second, and Natron is having difficulty with that. So honestly, the first thing I'm going to do is just jump into Premiere, drag that video file in, and write that back out as 24 frames per second. Another issue that I'm seeing is that, so you've tracked this video file, and it seems to have taken pretty well up until this point, and then the tracks all end. So let's just kill the project here at 590 frames, right? Then you don't have to worry about it. Bop, there we go, easy peasy. But once again, so you've generated this transform, but you're not actually doing anything with it. You need this transform to be on your wacky inflatable tube man. Otherwise, he's not going to move, right? I mean, so you've got the tracker here. And you don't even need the tracker to be part of the merge. But then, so your tube man he's not moving. It's a still image. But once we attach this transform, yeah, it's mad about the frame rate. Once we attach this transform, nothing happens. I'll get back to you on that. First thing I'm going to do is fix that video. Yeah, it's fine. So this is pretty, pretty basic encoding stuff. In the industry, like, we don't really work with video files too much in terms of compositing. It'll all be image sequences. And, an image sequence is a series of images, so it doesn't have a baked-in frame rate like a video file does. But when you're working with video files, you have to be very careful to make sure that everything you're shooting is at the same frame rate, which would be, in our case, it's film, so it's 24 frames per second. So easiest way to read it in, when we read it into Premiere, we see frame rate 30 frames per second. We can fix that very quickly. Just right-click, go to Modify, Interpret Footage, assume frame rate, 24 frames per second, then it changes it automatically. Drag it into your timeline, render it out, you're good to go. So, export media. Yeah, that's fine. Well, actually, we'll just do, save it out as an MOV, because that's what you had. QuickTime. MOV, just call it MOV2, save, maximum render quality, render maximum depth, and export. Okay, and then let me just check to make sure that your other important video file, the green screened actor, let's make sure that's correct too. That is also 30 frames per second. So let's just, okay, if everything you shot is in 30 frames per second, then I guess my question is why you didn't change your Natron file to be 30 frames per second. So I'm just going to do the easy thing and change your frame rate in Natron by, same way you change the frame range. Press S, change that to 30. Boom, that issue solved. Okay. So, first thing we need to do is, you've done the hard work of tracking. Your tracking markers look pretty decent. Now you need to actually use that information. You worked hard for it. Let's make it. Let's make it happen. So our wacky friend here is nearest to, let's see, he's nearest to track 2 and track 4. So I'm going to uncheck track 3 and track 1, and motion type, you don't want it to stabilize. Don't use don't use stabilize. We want match move. So set it to match move, and we'll go back to the first frame. Set to current frame. Transform type, transform. You got it. Compute. Bada bing, bada boom. Export. Okay. All right. Now we plug this transform in, and look at that. You have a tracked little friend there. So that's fun. Now in terms of him rendering out with a white outline, let's check that first. So I wasn't able to find shadow.png. I'm assuming it doesn't exist. So let's just delete this whole thing if we're not using it, because it was disabled when I opened the script. And it looks like you're rendering this out as an MP4. Should be totally fine. So let's render this out as DMR element 1. I'll just put underscore test. So let's see if we get the same issue that you had on that. So I hit render. Failed. Oh, of course it failed. It's trying to write to this directory, which is on your desktop and not mine. So, yeah, my bad. Let's make this a bit more sane. Put this on my desktop. Okay. I hit the save button, and that means it's going to freeze for approximately a century. So, in the meantime, how are you? How are you doing? Are your finals over? Are you eating well? Are you sleeping well? Good, good. My computer is angry at me. Hey, kitties. What are you doing, kitties? What are you doing, Dana? You don't have to like try to be quiet. You can do things. It's okay. Hey, and it's back. All right, now let's try and render this. See if it's a bit happier. Okay. So the big takeaways are: I changed the frame rate to 30 frames per second, and I changed your frame range to 590. And I used the tracker on match move instead of stabilize, and actually attached the tracker to the object I'm trying to, move. And I only used the tracking points that were closest to said object, which is also key. Now your person is in between those two objects, so those 4 points. So we would probably use all 4 points for the person. The hole is closest to the left 2 points, so we would probably only use those 2 points in that case. But we'll take it one step at a time here. Obviously, in Natron, I'm not seeing that white outline, but I know that in your pre-comp, I saw the white outline, so I want to see if I get the same effect here. I don't know why it would be any different. So I'm hoping it gives me the same white outline, right? Because the worst thing would be for it to just decide that it likes my computer better than the school computer and just doesn't do it, which would be stupid. So fingers crossed that's not the case. And really, I'm just talking right now to fill time because it's at 90%. But that's kind of what I do anyway. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's actually great. We need blankets. My mom's coming to visit us at the middle of next month, so we're trying to, make the house seem like adults live here. Okay, cool. So here's our test element. Let's see how we did. Okay, good. We got, oh man, my track wasn't as good as I thought. Yeah, that is jumping all over the place. But anyway, we have the same issue, which is good. So, I'll try a couple other things. Let's kill that. Let's generate our transform with all 4 of your points. Let's just see if that makes it better or worse. And then we'll know, perhaps, where the issue lies with that. So, match move, transform, export. Cool. Wonderful. So the first thing I'll do on your PNG here is, what is this shuffle doing? So we've got RGBA, and then the shuffle is not doing anything. I'm going to delete that shuffle. It's not actually doing anything. I'm not sure what you were trying to do with the shuffle, but it wasn't doing what you wanted it to do. So, yeah, that wasn't doing anything. I'm going to try pre-multing. So, just multiplying this guy by its alpha, right? And then just put a crop at the end of this so we don't get lost in terms of that stuff. And for the sake of our test, I am just gonna render out a bit of this. So I'm gonna change the frame range from 1 to 50, just so I don't have to render the whole thing out every time because I'm just trying to test this. So, oh no, I hit save again. It's compulsive. I need to stop doing that. So render. So we are rendering. Because I'm hoping it's a pre-mult issue, and that just putting a pre-mult on it will fix it, but you never know. That did not fix it. Okay. Your track is also... Oh, the track is sliding all over the place. That's why it's not working. Okay, well, yeah, you definitely need a better track then. Because this... the track looks pretty good from far away, but once I zoom in on close inspection, it is struggle bus. So, let's get like one good point, right? So, let's take a couple steps back. Yeah, delete that. And we don't need these. Delete that. Okay. Transform. Yeah, I'll pull here. RGBA. Yep. Okay. So, first thing we'll do is get ourselves a working track. I like this piece. This piece is bright. I don't know. We might be able to do better. This one's nice and bright too. All right, let's try this. Hello, Winston. Hello, Baba. Oh no! Don't eat your sister's food. Get off my desk. Get off my desk. You almost knocked over my sparkling water, you little boob. Get off my desk. Ow! Claws in the shoulder. Oh, good. Ugh. If only you could see what was going on.
Come here, Trevor. Oh gosh.
He's a thrilled little man right now. He's just real thrilled. All right, let's put a tracking point down, and we'll use this delightfully bright leaf here. Hello, leaf. That's how I talk to leaves. They love it. Okay. Doot. Cool. Now let's lay that forward. All right. Just make sure. Yeah, we are actually tracking pretty solid on that. It's not ideal to use one point. Now I'll just use only the translation, motion type, match move, transform, frame. Yeah, just set to current frame.
Sorry.
Compute. Or I guess it's not going to let us do that. It's current frame, compute, and export. So, hopefully, that makes for a better track. Okay, yeah, it's tracking much better. Yeah, you've got like a weird artifact going on in one place, but yeah, this is a much better track. So yeah, just do that. That's very, very simple. Okay. Oftentimes the simplest solution is the best solution. And when Natron is done freezing, I'll continue doing other stuff, I guess. Okay. Now, it is endlessly frustrating to me that you are getting this Winston, that you are getting this artifact. I am gonna make another write node, and I'm gonna try just saving out a still frame here. We'll see if I can do that. We'll just make a tests folder. Tests. It's good spelling. There we are. Tests, and then we'll just call this test1.jpg. Okay. Because I'm wondering if maybe the MP4 codec is bugged. We'll see. So let's just write out one frame. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do the one frame. It's rendering it a million times. So I probably should have just done a frame range. Huh. Well, that isn't what I was expecting. What the heck? This went from bad to worse. Okay. Just so you know, I did request to teach you guys Nuke. So you can talk to your school administrators about why that didn't happen. Okay. I guess let's just use this one because this one was working. Or is everything broken now?
I don't know.
Let's try rendering this out as an MOV file. How about that? Codec shouldn't really matter, but you know, whatever. And we'll call this MOV. Okay. For FPS 30. Cool.
SPF 30?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh no, that's the JPEG. Where did I render that? I rendered that here. That's it. Okay. Well, it's got the better track on it, but it's still having that gosh dang issue. Okay. Let's see if the internet knows. Matron rendering element with white line. PNG imports but renders with a solid white outline. Good. There's no answer. Okay. So the render settings are pre-multiply. Okay, so it's not just you having this issue. This is someone else is having the same issue too. God, that's annoying. Okay. Let's try. Let's see if it's an issue with PNG. Maybe it is. Maybe it's yeah, maybe it's a PNG thing. So let's open up your wacky inflatable guy in Photoshop, and we'll do a little testeroni here. We'll do a little testeroni and cheese. It's so stupid.
True.
Okay. Okay, we've got our happy man. So happy. So great. Wow. Fills me with the sense of joy just looking at him. I love it. Okay. So we will just save. I don't know why I copied that. Just for fun. So first off, we're going to save this out flat, right? So I'm just going to save this out as a JPEG. We'll save this out as test1. So that, yes, I know, it already exists. Saving that out as test1. Now I'm going to just make like an alpha for it. So solid color, white on black. Save out. We'll call this test 1 alpha. Cool. Then in Natron, we will drop our 2 little new friends in here. So we see no alpha information. No alpha information. So we'll try using these guys instead. So first thing I'll do is use a shuffle. Now the alpha information is in RGB right here, so we'll fix that first and foremost. Okay. So we want to change the alpha to B color A. Oh wait, that's already what we've got. Oh, but that's not right. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm an idiot. B color R. A color R. Ha ha ha. Okay, that was easy. Then we'll pre-mult it. Da, 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 da. Okay. This is my celebration noise. We'll put an erode on it just to, because there's a bit too much alpha going on. So it's like a fraternity. There we go. Perfect. Erode that by like, do 0.5? No, we can't do little bits. Okay, cool. That's fine. Just wanted to, alright. Or what if we put the erode just on that? Okay. We'll put the erode just on this alpha. Okay, yeah, that's better. Cool. Good enough for our test. Then we will attach your transforms to that. Okay, so we have a similar result, but we have removed the PNG from the equation. Let us now see if it will allow us to do this. I hope that's what the issue is. Come on, friendo. Finish rendering. You're 86% of the way there. Don't give up on me now. It's just gonna freeze on 86%. How much you wanna bet? Someone kill me. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's just cool. It's decided it doesn't want to work. Yeah, it doesn't want to do it. Okay, that's reasonable. Completely reasonable. Because we didn't change anything. Okay, and then inexplicably, after changing nothing, it worked. Fantastic. Okay, so let's see if that worked. Nope, didn't work. Okay. Well, this is good. Okay, so Autumn, do what you can. If you have white outlines, then I know why that's happening. It's because the way Natron is encoding alphas for some reason will sporadically just not work, which is just fun. Just fun. I don't understand. Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. Let's change that to RGB. Hey, maybe if we change that to RGB, it'll work. Failed. Okay, so I broke everything. Okay, so do what you can. If you have white outlines on stuff, I'm not going to count it against you. But I think from what I've seen, because I did open up your other files, you've got bigger fish to fry right now than worrying about white outlines. Like you need to get your match moving working. your tracker working. I think a nice track and getting your lighting and your color tones and all that working together, that's more important to me right now. This is an issue that I think we can chalk up right now just to Natron kind of being a piece of software that people were developing in their spare time, and it's not finished, and this is an issue. So don't worry about the white outlines. I'm not going to count it against you. Do your best. If you find a solution, please let me know. But in the meantime, I think focus more on getting your stuff to actually track and making an aesthetically pleasing scene. Lights, darks, shadows, interaction, all that stuff. So, yeah, sorry. I'm disappointed in myself too. But well, what finals? What are you gonna do?